Hello, welcome back to the Heartland Lilly podcast. I'm your host, Leslie, also known as Jake's Knit and Mama on Ravelry, and Heartland Lilly on Instagram. It's been, I think, about a month since we've chatted. Hope everyone had good holidays. Mine were pretty busy, that's why I haven't been around. I will leave links to all my pertinent information right down there in the description box. And let's get started, shall we? I'll start with finished objects. Finished objects right now consist of 2 pairs of socks that got sent as gifts. The first pair was for Robert's mother for Christmas. They were a yellow pair that I knit out of Knit Picks fingering. I will insert a picture right here. As you can see, they're just plain yellow toe-up socks knit on a 2.25 millimeter needle. As she received them, she loved them. I also gave her a crocheted pot holder, a yellow one that I've showed on another episode, a different episode. We went to see his mother on, I believe it was January 7th, so a couple of weeks ago now. Today is the 19th of January, so on the 7th we went to visit his mother, and we took my son with us, and we sat and visited, and we took her out to lunch, and she loved it. And then we went to Walmart and browsed, and I found a couple of cones of cotton for wash rags. So that was interesting. The Walmarts around here recently have been doing away with their plain old kitchen cotton, especially the cones. So anytime I find some, I buy 2 or 3 because I know I'm going to use them and I don't want to pay competitors' prices for them. The cones right now, and they're about 600 or 700 yards on a cone, they run about $9. In the bigger chain stores, they run, I want to say, about $16 to $18. So I prefer to get them through Walmart while I can. I don't mind paying more for them if it's a color I really, really want. Right now I am rather stocked up. I have a whole shelf back there in that closet behind me where the doors are closed. I have a whole shelf. I think I have 10 now. And on that note, other things that I've finished, I have 3 washcloths finished, 3 dish rags. There's 2 and there's 1. I'm going to work down my cotton stash. I have a little bit of a cotton stash, not much. I took some inspiration from the Yarn Hoarder, and I decided that this year I am going to knit, I'm going to try anyway, to knit 1 dish rag a week. And then I'm just going to put them all away in a box. I have a box, and I will give them away as gifts, or I will use them here in the house. Right now I have 3, which means I'm ahead of the game just a tiny bit. Only a little though. So we'll see if I can keep up that momentum. Some weeks might be less, some more. Who knows? The other finished object, the socks, I did finish Hannah's socks for Christmas that she wanted out of the Treehouse Fleechy. She absolutely loved them. She said they fit her great. I will also insert a picture of those for those of you who are interested. I ended up doing a contrasting heel and cuff, if I remember correctly. Yes, a heel and a cuff contrasting colors on that one. I just picked out a random gray stroll fingering. And those were knit on a 2.25 Hiya Hiya Sharp. I knit all of my magic loops, so pretty much. I have one pair I think that I am doing on DPNs, but I haven't touched those for eons, so I'm not even counting those right now. This year I have also decided to join the Desert Vista Dyeworks 6th annual monthly sock club. I was in one 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and I think I made it through 9 months. This year I want to make it through all 12. Along with that, here in a little while I'll talk about more about that. I have my Christmas Eve cast on here. That is almost finished. I am knitting a pair of socks for Robert. Yes, I know, he's spoiled. This one I have about another, I want to say inch before I can start the toe decreases. For some reason, I went cuff down on these. He loves the colors, and they're a little bit of a sturdier. It's a Patton's Croy yarn that I bought probably at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure where the tag is. These things do happen, you know. Anyway, this is the first. I started them 2 at a time, but when I got to the heel, it just got too fiddly for me, and my fingers started hurting. I think it was the weight of both of the socks. I'm just not used to it, so I ended up dividing them apart. So I do have 2. This one I have started the toe decreases there. Just barely started the toe decreases on that one. So he should have a new pair of socks tomorrow. And I'll get them washed and blocked, and so he can wear them to work when he goes back to work on Wednesday. So he's at work right now. I did not have to work today. So I got an extra day off on my weekend. My weekend is usually Monday and Tuesday. But this weekend I got a 3-day weekend, so I have some more time to knit and work on some things around the house here. I'm still working on unpacking things, if you can believe it. I had to clean up this room that I'm in right now today before I could even get in here to do anything today. So that was interesting. It took me about 2 hours, actually. I discovered the other day that, yes, we have all these closets, and I didn't have hardly anything in it, or in a lot of them. I had things just sitting around that needed to be put away. So my son came over and helped me get up on the top of these closets back here and put things away that needed to be put away, that I don't need out, that I don't use all the time, that I can get to later on. Along with the dish rags, this is a work in progress. And as you can see, I've started decreasing for the end. It's just the regular Grandma's dishcloth pattern. I'm sure you can find it on Ravelry. I don't even have a Ravelry page made for any of these. I don't know if I will or not. I might take a picture of the whole stack at the end of the year and put something on there. I don't know. This color in particular is for my mother. My mother picked out this cone, and then she proceeded to find a Walmart that carried some yarn and bought 4 more for herself and told me that she liked that color, so she needed 4 cones of it. I don't think she realizes how many I'll get out of 4 cones of it, but she'll have washcloths aplenty. So, and she loves them, and she uses them until they absolutely die. In fact, there was one time I went to her house that I had to throw one away because she just couldn't. She couldn't do it. I said, Mom, it's unraveling. Just throw it away. I can make you new ones. But she's stubborn, and she's got to use it until it's gone. So, and then in this bag here, I don't have too many in progress right now. In this bag here was another one I started at work just the other night, so it's not very big. But usually I have 2 on the needles at all times right now. There have been times where I've had more than that when I'm gift knitting for people. This is a stripy one that I found. It was probably at a Walmart. It's the peaches and cream stripy. Instead of the sugar and cream, it's peaches and cream. It's a little bit softer. It's called Green Stripes. And this is about 2 ounces, so 102 yards per ball. That's what this one ends up looking like. It ends up looking like that. This is it in the ball. I didn't figure that was too bad. It would probably, I only have a couple of balls of it. It'll probably just end up being something I use in my own kitchen. But for now, it's in my box of dish rags that I'm going to add to throughout the year. And it's in a bag because I've been working on them at work. Sometimes at work I can sit and knit. Sometimes I'm too busy. But as long as I have all my work done, I can sit and knit at night. My Desert Vista Dyeworks. Here we go. Desert Vista. My Desert Vista Dyeworks selection for this month, for January, is this color right here. And I did start these on the 1st. I started them at about 12:05 on the 1st. We were still up from having been celebrating for the New Year. We stayed home, watched TV. That was about all we did. He had to work and I did not, so I was at home. But I started these then, and it does have a heel. I'm going to work on these over the next couple of days off. This is only the first one, so I better get going. As soon as I finish Robert's, I will be getting these off the needles so I can have my first pair for the sock club done. So, in the Ravelry group, which I will link below, I am hosting a knit-along for not Desert Vista, but any stripy socks that you care to make throughout the year. It's going to go from when I posted, which was last week sometime, until the middle of December, might go into January a little bit, depending on how busy the holidays get, how crazy they get next year. And every 2 or 3 months or so, I'm going to randomly pick a entry off of there. Please, please show me your socks. Show them in progress. Show them done. Done would be amazing. Any kind of stripy socks that you are knitting throughout the year. I'd like to see them. I have many prizes. I also have had an email or two from some wonderful yarn companies that want to help by sending some fabulous prize packages. So that is so exciting for me. I've been doing podcasting for a little while, but it hasn't been consistent. I'm getting better at that. Yay. This year I'm hoping to at least every 2 weeks, if not 3, and to show you guys my progress and all the fun and sewing adventures that we're going to do. Today I thought I'd go through my Desert Vista stash just to show you guys what I have in mind for what's coming up this year. Of course, these are my January, and they are called, let me see, Freud's Dream. Desert Vista, yay. The colorway is Freud's Dream. And I, of course, got the sparkle base. I really like her sparkle base. It's beautiful. All of her colors are just gorgeous, especially after they get knit up. I love them so much. So these are socks for me. I figure I'm going to have quite a few pair out of these Desert Vista that I do. I have a few planned out that are for other people, like next month's, this would be next month's. I have it wound. I just wound it today just to get it ready. It was ready. It was sitting here. It was ready to go. And I took a picture of it for the knit along, and I'll insert a picture of it in the hank, in the skein here before I wound it. And this is what it is wound. This is also a sparkle base. It is for St. Patrick's Day, even though it's Valentine's Day next month. That's okay. The colorway is Somebody Gobrog. And I'm making them for Robert. Robert needs some needs some St. Pat socks. St. Patrick's Day is a big holiday in the town that we live in. It's a big deal every year. Families get together. It's primarily a very Irish town that I live in. So that's how that works. So next month, February, is this color right here. And it's just gorgeous, actually. The greens and the browns and the... Oh, and I love a good green. So that'll be there. And they're going in. And I already have a set of needles in here. It's going in my St. Pat's Day bag. Even though it should be in my Valentine's Day bag that I have. But I decided that I wanted to put the St. Pat's socks in the St. Pat's bag. So that's how it's going to be, because dang it, that is how it's going to be, because I said so. Anyway, so some of the other colors that I have in store, that I have in stash, and I still have one, I believe, coming in the mail. I was short a few skeins, so I ordered a few here back around Christmas time. And I already got my order, but I'm going to start with the oldest in my stash, which is going to be these ones, which I still have left from the last time I was in the sock club I ordered. This one is Pet Cemetery. I think this is 2-year-old stash that I've had for a little while. And I believe, if I remember, this was one that I won that I got in the mail for free. And I love it. This will be probably my October colorway for my Halloween one. Maybe. This is Of Mice and Men, which is one of my all-time favorite books ever. And when I saw it, I just had to have it. I ordered it, I think, the next day after. This is also a 2 or 3-year-old skein that's been in my stash for a little while. And then we have The Adventures of S. Holmes, Sherlock Holmes. And the colors on that are wonderful also. Newer stash would be... Oh, let me see. This one I ordered last year. I'd been eyeing it for a while. I finally got in on the Hobbit colorway, and I ordered that one in a sparkle base. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. There we go. Sparkle, sparkle. Yay! Then I have this one called Shamrock Gold. That will be my March St. Pat socks for myself. And I got a little mini skein for heels, toes, cuffs. I don't know how I'll do that, but maybe just the heels and the cuffs. We'll see. And this one is Sea Turtle, which I believe I ordered right before we moved into this house, thinking I would do this, but I just love this color. And I also ordered this one in the sparkle base, the browns and the blues. It's absolutely fantastic. And then my son saw a color that he had to have, so these will be for him, the Milo and Otis colorway. Milo and Otis from the movie Milo and Otis, which he just loved when he was little. If you haven't seen it, it's about random adventures of a cat and a dog. Little yellow cat and a pug. They live together on a farm and they have adventures. Anyway, so these will be for him. Milo and Otis. And it looks like you can tell how old some of these are, because I have different tags now in between. I have 2 different styles of tags here. So this is the newer style that she has, because all my next ones, which are 4 that I ordered together just recently, they just came a couple weeks ago. These 4 that I ordered together, they all have the same tag as the Milo and Otis. So I know we're getting in the newer ones here. So the next one is Emeralds, Sapphire, and Prince. And I had to get that one in the sparkle base. Had to. She offers that sparkle base in some colors. I just cannot resist getting the extra little pop of sparkle in them. And this one is the Bohemian Rhapsody. That will probably be socks for Robert. Bohemian Rhapsody was one of our movies as a couple. We big fans of Queen. Went to the movie. The first movie I think we went to in the movie theater after we were a couple. So I will probably end up ordering another one of these during her anniversary sale so I can also have a pair of socks. So that's something to look forward to. I don't know if I'll get mine done this year, but I hope so. And then this one is the Potter series. Potter series. It's stripes of all the covers of the Harry Potter series books. And then my one for December will be Country Christmas. I did not have any of her Christmas colors, so I ordered one that I liked in December when she had them out, or November. I think it was December. Maybe not. Maybe it was November. And those will be my last pair for the year. The rest, I'm not sure. Some of them I know kind of when I want to make them, and some of them I don't. Sometimes I just say to one of the boys, go in the other room and find me a skein of yarn, pick one for that month, and we'll go with it. So it should be a lot of fun. I am hosting a knit along, like I said, in my Ravelry group, and I will leave a link to that down below. I really don't have a whole lot else to say other than I hope everyone was safe over their holidays. I hope everyone was safe with this storm that just went through part of the country. I know there were tornadoes in the south, and up north here we got a lot of snow. The boys shoveled and shoveled and the neighbors helped. I happen to be in a neighborhood that's very good for helping each other when it's needed. The boys helped the neighbor shovel and the neighbor helped the boys shovel. So we got the driveways cleared out for the cars. That was really nice. I injured myself here about 2 weeks ago. My knee I've had several issues with my knees. Long time. Ever since I was younger. And one of them has decided that it does not want to cooperate all the time. So it's really important for me. It's really important for me to have them shovel that stuff off so I don't have to be on it because it hurts to walk through that stuff. There were 4 or 5 days here last week where I just couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. But I did get a lot of knitting done during that time when I felt like being able to do it. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot else going on here. It's a pretty quiet night here. My dogs and I, Robert's at work, so my dogs and I have been watching voodoo movies that I have. I have people give me codes sometimes for movies and I just get them and I haven't watched them. And so I've been working my way slowly through the list of movies that I have not watched yet that we have on Vudu. So I just and actually Assassin's Creed was one that I bought for my son, but I had never watched it. And I did sit and watch that this afternoon. And it was different. I did enjoy it though. And I'm just doing laundry and cleaning the house and all that fun stuff that you do on days off. So I will go for now. Hopefully you can join my knit along and see how that goes. I know I have some pretty fantabulous prizes and we will get into that on another episode, maybe not next time, but the time after. I will start getting all that organized soon. I will myself have some bags available for knit-along prizes as well, and some other things. So lots of stuff going on this year. I am going to be doing one, if not two, pattern releases in the next couple of months here. So that's awesome. One of them is a self-striping pattern release. I've been working on that a little bit. See how things go. I will sign off for now, and I hope everyone stays well and have a good time.